As with the creation of most objects, everything has to start with templates. Begin with a design, a blueprint for it. Even a 3D file needs some sort of guide reference. Once you have a template and a guide start, you'll transfer your paper templates onto the actual object you intend to make. For the traditional model, the sculpt, we'll be using Sintra, which is a combination hybrid between foam and PVC. It's a very malleable plastic that can hold its shape very well, but can still be manipulated with a little bit of work. Start with shapes and objects, and then you can manipulate the size and the shape of them. Much like a traditional sculptor or a Renaissance sculptor, you can create an object and then whittle away the parts that you don't want or don't need anymore. With the traditional cosplay construction, you'll be doing a combination of these things, both subtractive and additive. Taking something you have and removing pieces that you don't need and adding them together to create something new. Something across the board is the fact that curves are not easy to make with a Dremel tool or in a 3D sculpting project. Much in the same way the Dremel carves into the plastic to create grooves and essentially cuts where you don't want an object or where you want to remove pieces from another, push and pull tool on SketchUp allows you to take a plane and retract or raise however you want it, essentially creating a design and then turning it into either a raised element, such as the lettering you see later, or a recessed area, like the designs that I'm drawing. Once you have everything made or cut out, the next step is curving the objects. A simple heat gun will accomplish this. It doesn't get the plastic too hot, so it can still be handled with gloves, though care should be taken with it. Much in the same way that after cutting an object, you need to go back and refine the edges with sanding. The same can be said for drawing an object in SketchUp. Once you have a rough shape drawn, you can go back and refine the details and the edges to get precisely what you want. Even an object molded with clay still needs fine-tuning. Same ways, an object created in SketchUp, there's always room to finesse. On a traditional object, it would be nearly impossible to draw such a small handwriting so precisely across the entire piece. In SketchUp, the text tool allows you to pick any font and turn that text into a 3D object, either to be recessed or to be raised. Also, with traditional costuming, even if you don't happen to be a master sewer, seamstress, glue, very strong glues, can be substituted for the fact. Using a combination of leather wrapped around elastic, we enable the wristband area of the gauntlet to be placed in such a way it can still hold tightly around the wrist, yet can still slip over the hand. Also, even after a design is finished, you can go back in with a soft-headed object, such as the round end of a broken seam ripper, or you can add lines that you can add in inking details afterwards. I'm using a pure India ink marker, so the lines will not fade. So you can see on the 3D file, even though the object appears smooth, if you get close to it, you can see a lot of the 3D groove lines into it, which is just an aspect of the printing. It's very difficult to get it completely smooth, which can be done using traditional plastics. And remember that whatever you want to make, cosplay don't judge. Thank you.